Hello, welcome to the Lab and Cleanroom Online Seminar 2021. My name is Stephen Holland, Business Development Manager and Customer Relationship Manager for Life Sciences within BCSS. The last 12 months have been very challenging for all sectors of the supply chain globally, and especially for the pharmaceutical, life science and healthcare sectors that require clean manufactured, cleanroom, disposable apparel. Good news, today we are going to present the new product portfolio from Lakeland Industries, CleanMax, Cleanroom Apparel, brought to you by BCSS in partnership with Lakeland Industries. Hope you enjoy our short CleanMax intro video. Please welcome your speaker, Peter Rimmer of Lakeland Industries.
Good morning, my name's Peter Rimmer. I'm the UK and Ireland Sales Manager for Lakeland Industries. We're going to bring to you today our CleanMax cleanroom garments in association with our partners in Ireland, Bunzl Cleaning and Safety Supplies. I'll share with you my screen so you can see our PowerPoint presentation, and hopefully everything will work superbly. Okay, so you can hopefully see my first slide of the presentation. We're going to run through the CleanMax range of product with regards to sterile versus non-sterile garments, the differences, the standards, and how we present this product. So I'll just go through to the next slide. So CleanMax Cleanroom Apparel comes in two configurations. So we have clean, sterile manufactured and clean manufactured. So there is a significant difference between the two. Clean manufactured and clean sterile, they're both manufactured in clean rooms, but one is sterilized with gamma irradiation. Now we achieve a sterility assurance level of 10 to the negative 6. Now some people on the webinar will be aware of what that SAL 10 to the negative 6 indicates. It basically indicates that the clean room product has a 1 in a million chance of having any microorganisms or contamination on the fabric of any garment. That's a 1 in a million. That's a very high level of sterility. All the products are validated to the AAMI guidelines for Class 1 medical devices, and they all meet the IAST Cat 1 for particle cleanliness. The coveralls come complete with hood attached. We have a coverall collared version, and we also cover with the hoods and boot covers as also. The clean manufactured products obviously don't come sterilised, so you have an option there. But they do, however, still meet IAST Cat 1 particle cleanliness, and they come in the same configuration of garments as well. So moving on to the next slide, what does validated sterile mean? Well, we do extensive testing of the products for bacteria and live organisms, and they're done on random samples pulled from production. We call this, as again, people in the webinar will be aware, we call this a bioburden test. Bioburden is identified, colonies are counted, and these are obviously in accordance with ANSI, AAMI and ISO guidelines, reference to determine dosage range that we need to kill any quantity of organisms on the garments. Sterility assurance level again is 10 to the -6, and as you'll see on the bottom of that slide, that indicates that 1 in a million chance of live organisms being any sample of garment provided for testing. So you are talking about very high levels of sterility, very high levels of cleanliness, particle cleanliness, that will help to keep your clean room as clean as we can keep it with our garments. Sterile garment versus non-sterile, so different classes of clean room will require different classes of garments. Some will need sterile, some won't need sterile. They're both designed in exactly the same way, they're both constructed in the same manner, and they're both folded in the same manner. The garments are both folded aseptically, so again, people within this webinar will understand what aseptic folding is, but for those that potentially don't, it's folded in such a manner that when you take the garment from the packaging, you're not actually touching any of the outside fabric. You only touch the inner fabric of the garment, so therefore you don't cross-contaminate the fabric with the human being before you actually put the garment on. Sterile garments are obviously post-manufacture gamma irradiated. Packaging and box have a red indicator dot on the garments. This shows that the garment has been successfully irradiated with gamma irradiation. You'll find, for traceability purposes, a lot number on the packaging, which will take you through to all the documentation that we need and we are required to have to make sure that the garments have full traceability. Expiration dates on the packaging, the garments are 5 years. So they are good for 5 years, individually packaged and sterilised. The QR code for sterility and traceability on the garments is available on the label. It's available on the actual garment itself, and it's also available on the box that the garments come in. So how are the garments sterilised? Well, once the garments are manufactured, packaged and placed within their box, they are then run through cobalt source and they are gamma irradiated. The indicator dot will change from yellow to red, and this will indicate that the garments have been successfully irradiated. Your non-sterile garments will have a yellow-orange indicator on the packaging to detail they have not been gamma irradiated. QA review for documentation from the irradiator and releases product back to Lakeland, so we have full traceability on those products as well. There is no residual radiation on the garments or the cases, which is obviously very important. QR code traceability, so the different ways that you can find the certificate of sterility, which is important to the end user obviously. A copy of the corresponding certificate of sterility is located within each case of CleanMax products. You can also find this online at our website using the gamma lot number. You can also find the QR code on the garment label, actually on the packaging that the garment comes in individually, and also on the box that the garments are packaged in to send to you. We want to make the process basically as simple as we can for you to find your certificate of sterility. We want that custody chain of sterility to be as easy and as simple for you to access as possible. And you can do that within a few minutes by scanning the garment's QR code, which will take you straight to the website location where you can then view and download your certificate. It makes the process very quick, very easy for you to get your documentation that you need. This is an interesting point that we've come across in the marketplace recently, and over, especially with our American compatriots who have had this garment in America for about a year now. Sterile does not mean clean. Sterile just means that it has been gamma irradiated, and we do come across in the marketplace companies that sell industrially manufactured product, gamma irradiate it, and then call it a clean room product. That's not technically an accurate identification. It needs to be clean manufactured in a clean room and then gamma irradiated for sterility with all accompanying documentation before you can really class it as a bona fide clean room product. It has to obviously, the clean room has to be in association with ISO 14644 as well. So you need to make sure that the IAST standards are in place also for particle cleanliness, and an industrially manufactured product is never going to meet those standards because it's manufactured in an industrial environment, not a clean room environment. So to just sterilize an industrially manufactured product is not sufficient to have that product then put into a clean room where particle cleanliness and sterility are very important. So sterile doesn't, as we say, doesn't mean it's inherently free of particles or contaminants. An industrially manufactured product will have a heavy particle load. You don't want to be bringing foreign particles into the clean room or your controlled environment. And that's where CleanMax comes into its own with its high levels of sterility and its high levels of particle cleanliness. But more importantly, it has the documentation and the traceability and the lot traceability to back those claims up. If you have an industrially manufactured product that has been gamma irradiated, it will not have that custody chain of sterility or particle cleanliness that it can offer you. We will. What is a clean and sterile garment? Both sterile and clean manufactured garments are constructed in a controlled, clean manufactured environment. All of the assembly operators are fully trained, as you would expect, in good clean room hygiene and good clean manufacturing principles. So as you would expect from a good clean room, there's no foreign bodies entered into that clean room. So things like food, drink, jewelry, perfume, makeup, all those things that shed particles at quite a high level are not allowed within the clean room where our products are manufactured. Each employee is obviously gowned in a class appropriate clean room apparel. Work surfaces are all disinfected, wiped clean at predetermined intervals throughout production. So as we ensure that that clean room is perfectly clean, or as clean as we can possibly make it, while we're manufacturing the products that you are going to use in your clean room. So a clean manufacturing facility, it ensures that the operators are not going to shed any particles onto the garments under construction during the manufacturing process, so it again retains that clean, sterile garment for you in your clean room. That basically completes our short webinar presentation. If there are any questions that you would like to pose with regards to our products, I'll leave the webinar open. Many thanks for your time.